The small council flat felt enormous when empty. It was always quiet, except for the hum of the old fridge in the corner. 10-year-old Lily often felt lost in the two rooms, her footsteps echoing on the worn linoleum floor. Lily wished for the cheerful chaos of a big family. She longed for the sound of laughter, the clatter of dishes, the comforting murmur of voices. But it was always just her and the silence. Sometimes she'd press her ear against the wall, hoping to hear snippets of life from her neighbours. A baby crying, music playing, anything to break the monotony. But mostly, there was only an unsettling quiet. Friday evenings were the worst. While other families gathered for cosy dinners and movie nights, Lily ate her beans on toast in silence. The weight of her solitude pressed down on her, heavy and suffocating. She watched children playing in the street below, their joyous shouts a painful reminder of her own isolation. Their laughter seemed to mock her, highlighting the emptiness of her own life. Lily yearned for someone to talk to share her day with, to chase away the loneliness. But there was no one. Just her, the empty flat, and the ticking of the clock on the wall. Only Bashi, her ginger cat, understood. He was her constant companion, his soft purrs a soothing balm to her loneliness. He'd curl up on her lap as she did her homework, his presence a comforting weight against her. Bashi was more than just a pet. He was her confidant, her furry therapist. She poured her heart out to him, whispering about her dreams and fears. Bashi listened patiently, his emerald eyes reflecting her unspoken emotions. In the quiet solitude of her flat, Bashi's presence was a lifeline. He was a furry anchor, keeping her afloat in the sea of loneliness that threatened to engulf her. Section 4. A Spark of Hope. One day, Lily stumbled upon a website for young talent. Singers, dancers, actors, all showcasing their skills. A tiny spark of hope flickered in her chest. Could this be her chance? Lily had always loved to sing. Her voice, clear and strong, filled the empty flat with a rare vibrancy. Bashi would often sit by her, his tail swaying to her melodies, his green eyes shining with apparent approval. Hesitantly, she clicked on the sign-up button. Her heart pounded in her chest, a mixture of fear and excitement. This small action, this tiny leap of faith felt monumental. Could this be the start of something new, something different? Section 5. Dreams taking flight. As Lily filled out the online form, her dreams took flight. She imagined herself on a stage, bathed in the warm glow of the spotlight, her voice captivating the audience. The thought sent shivers down her spine, a thrilling blend of terror and exhilaration. For the first time in a long time, the silence of the flat didn't feel stifling. Instead, it was filled with the quiet hum of possibility, the gentle whisper of hope. Doubts crept in. What if she wasn't good enough? What if no one liked her voice? But then she'd look at Bashi, his unwavering faith reflected in his emerald eyes, and she'd find the courage to continue. Section 6. A New Dawn. Submitting the form was just the first step on a long and uncertain path. But as Lily looked out of her window at the rising sun, she felt a newfound sense of optimism. The future, once a bleak and empty canvas, now held a glimmer of hope, a promise of something more. The loneliness wouldn't vanish overnight, the flat would still be quiet, the Friday nights still long. But now there was a flicker of excitement in her heart, a belief that maybe, just maybe, things were about to change. The journey wouldn't be easy, but Lily was ready to take the first step, her voice, her dreams, and her faithful companion Bashi by her side. The silence was no longer her enemy. It was the blank page on which she would write her own story.